community cleansing 1 year after the Voice referendum.
And it was just such a devastating blow.
Voters in this regional New South Wales electorate of Gilmore voted against a Voice to Parliament 2-1. It's community events like this that hope to reconnect some of the 6.2 million voters who voted yes.
It's brought us closer together as a community.
In the referendum aftermath, an alliance was formed. Many wanted to learn more about the local Aboriginal people.
We were able to sit down, all of us, and say, how can we do our best to correct this horrible historical event that's just happened? The best way of walking together was to learn a lot more about our Aboriginal existence.
How are you feeling 12 months on from the referendum?
Ready to ramp up again, I think.
It just felt like there's this lull, and so it's kind of like, okay, let's not forget it. How do we move forward?
For one of the main proponents of the No campaign, the path forward is clear.
We're much more divided as a nation than what we were prior to the referendum, and we've got a bit of work to do to bring ourselves together. We need to stop creating Aboriginal identified positions and start serving Australians on the basis of need instead of racial heritage.
The government, meanwhile, is taking careful steps.
There were 3 pillars of the Uluru Statement from the Heart: voice, treaty, truth. And the Labor government remains committed to those 3 pillars, but what I don't want to see is the weaponisation of truth-telling or treaty, as we did with the Voice.
Some have retreated on their plans for truth-telling and treaty, while others are pushing ahead. Author Thomas Mayo was one of the most prominent faces of the Yes campaign.
How are we going to vote? Yes! It's just such a disappointment to see it thrown away by those that went out there and confused and fear-mongered.
After a soul-searching journey, he's written a book and is looking to the future.
I've had time to think about what the referendum means. I've had time to speak to my elders and be reminded that every time we're told no about equal wages or land rights or the right to vote, we turn those no's into a yeses.
In Queensland, the home of the highest no vote, life goes on.
I feel just the same as I did before the referendum. I had no intention of voting for it, and when it failed, I just kept going on. What I do feel most about it is that we wasted $450 million on a vote that we never needed to have.
Back on Yuin country, the community is ploughing ahead.
No different really. This is what we do. We just keep on fighting, keep on moving.
Ancient songs of the Yuin Nation, bringing the community together in healing. Tani Jash, ABC Nowra.